Welcome back, everybody. This is the fourth battle in the sixth mission. So, yeah, the last episode I left off, I said, because I don't know how many battles are in each mission now, the game doesn't really tell you that. Here we are, so it's not over. Situation right now is that it's nighttime. We have a lone merchantman that's in front of the convoy. It's not part of our convoy. He's a straggler from somewhere else, and he most likely is being shadowed by U-boats. There's only so many scenarios that this game generates for each battle in all the missions, and I think we've pretty much seen them all. It's just a matter of identifying what kind of variation of the scenario it is, and then after that, if you have experience and you know what's going to happen, you have to just adjust your strategy moving from each scenario to the next. But yeah, that's the situation as it is now. We have a lone merchant ship that's in front of the convoy. All four escorts are online and standing by. Hopefully, this is the last battle in this mission. If not, 5 battles per mission. It, the game is becoming more of like a game of endurance at this point. Probably, I'm not entirely sure if that's like part of what the game designers thought it would be to make it fun, but 9 missions for a campaign, especially with the amount of depth in this game, which isn't that in depth. It's once you get past like the first 5, 6 games, you've pretty much seen the majority of the game. All the mechanics are there, and you just need to play like another 10 more after that to find out all the game mechanics which aren't explained, which aren't put into words or are as obvious at the beginning. So yeah, that's the situation where it is now. After this, we will be 2/3 of the way through the whole campaign. I will be happy once it's all done. Not to say that I'm not having fun. I am actually having quite a lot of fun. That's why I keep on coming back to it. But after the campaign's over, I'm pretty sure I'm uninstalling the game because I've had about enough, and I've seen most of what the game has to offer at this point. And yeah, I've enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to this battle right here. So let's get back into it.
Hockey reporting.
Hockey, this is Bloodhound. Take new station in convoy screen.
Roger. Hockey taking station.
Antler, this is Bloodhound.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 357. Range 4,700 yards.
Bridge, combat.
New surface contact from radar. Bearing 357. Range 4,700 yards. I designate contact able. Time 2:47.
Roger. Antler maneuvering to station bearing 047. Range 100 yards from guide. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Stand by to fire. Start tracking contact. Target acquired.
Contact able. Now bears 358. Range 4,500 yards. Contact able. Now bears 001. Range 4,100 yards. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing 001. Last range 3,800 yards. Surface radar has regained contact. Able. Bearing 004. Range 3,700 yards. Contact. Able. Now bears 005. Range 3,600 yards. Contact. Able. Now bears 010. Range 3,000 yards.
Stand by to fire. Target bearing 011. Range 2,900 yards.
Steady on course.
001. Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships.
Fire. Fire. Target bearing 017. Range 2,500 yards.
Contact. Able. Now bears
Fire.
017. Range 2,500
Fire.
yards.
Fire. Fire. Target bearing. 0, 2. On target. 2,100. Fire.
Contact. Able. Now bears 0,
Fire.
3, 0. Range 2,000 yards.
Fire. Fire.
New course 070.
Course 070. Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. New sonar contact. Bearing 045.
Range 1,900 yards.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 103. Range 5,700 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 103. Range
5,700 yards. I designate contact Baker. Time 2:50.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 056. Range 1,800 yards. Bearings drifting right.
Sonar combat. Investigate arc
000 through
090.
Combat sonar. Investigating arc 000 through. Combat sonar.
Contact. Able. Now bears
057. Range 1,500 yards. Contact increasing depth.
Maple, this is Bloodhound. Engage contact. Baker.
Roger. Maple engaging contact. Baker.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to assigned station.
Roger. Antler maneuvering to assigned station. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 057. Range 1,100 yards. Contact decreasing depth. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 055. Range 800 yards. Estimated depth shallow.
Bridge. Poor lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 0.
5 4. Appears to be periscope feather.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 051. Range 500 yards. Estimated depth shallow.
combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 029. Range 100 yards. Wake on right cut. Combat sonar. Lost contact.
Fire
Able.
1.
Last bearing 029.
Fire 2. Last range 100 yards. Ready depth. Fire 3. Shallow pattern.
Bridge. Port lookout. Oil slick. Bearing 2 4 1.
Sonar. This is the captain. Perform active search. 15122. Full combat sonar. Regain contact. Able. Bearing 200. Range 500 yards. Active search 15.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 318. Range 2,500 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing.
318.
Range.
2,500 yards. I designate contact Charlie. Time 2:54.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 158. Range 400 yards. Bearings drifting left.
Hockey, this is Bloodhound. Engage contact. Charlie.
Roger. Hockey engaging contact. Charlie.
Combat sonar.
Contact. Able.
Now bears
122. Range 200 yards. Contact increasing depth. Steady as she goes.
Aye. Steady on course 139.
combat sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing
Fire 1.
2 2. Last range.
Fire 2. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Contact
Fire 3.
Charlie, now bears 3, 2, 5. Range 2,400 yards.
Stand by to fire.
Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships.
Aye, sir.
All engines
Fire.
ahead 1/3.
All engines ahead 1/3. Aye, sir.
Fire. Fire.
Contact Charlie, now bears 3, 2, 4.
Fire.
Range 2,500 yards.
All engines ahead
Fire.
2/3. Aye, sir.
Fire.
Lost contact Charlie, last bearing 3, 2, 4. Last range 2,300 yards.
Stand by to fire.
Contact Baker, now bears 1, 0, 0. Range 1,000 yards.
Hard.
Target bearing 1, 0, 1. Range 900 yards.
Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships.
Fire.
Aye, sir.
On target. Fire.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey regained contact. Charlie, bearing.
Fire.
3, 1, 5. Range 2,500 yards. From
Fire.
Bloodhound.
Contact Baker.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 1, 0, 9. Appears to be periscope feather.
Lost contact Baker, last bearing 1, 0, 4. Last range 700 yards.
Stand by to fire.
Sonar. This is the captain.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple regain contact. Baker, bearing 1, 2, 0. Range 500 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 1, 2, 2. Appears to be periscope feather.
Combat sonar. Combat sonar. Regain contact. Baker. Bearing 1.
2, 9. Range 400 yards.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 1, 1, 6. Range 3,700 yards.
Bridge, combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 1, 1, 6. Range 3,700 yards. I designate contact dog. Time 2:57.
Combat sonar. Contact. Baker. Now
Fire
bears
1.
1, 2.
6. Range 100 yards. Estimated depth.
Fire
shallow. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Baker. Last bearing 1, 2. Fire 3. Last range 100 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple now has sonar contact. Baker, bearing 0, 3, 3. Range 200 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick. Bearing 0, 3, 3.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. Baker, last known at bearing 0, 3, 4. Range 200 yards from Bloodhound.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Attack contact, Baker.
Roger. Antler attacking contact. Baker.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. You're clear to engage.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. Charlie, last known bearing. 3, 1, 3. Range 2,700 yards. From Bloodhound.
Bloodhound. This is Antler. Antler regained contact. Able. Bearing 2, 9, 3. Range 1,300 yards from Bloodhound. Combat sonar. Regain contact. Able. Bearing 2, 9, 2. Range 1,300 yards. Roger. Antler engaging.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc. 2, 5, 0. Through 3, 4, 0.
Combat sonar. Investigating arc. 2, 5, 0. Through 3, 4, 0. Sonar. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 2, 8, 8. Range 1,100 yards. Contact increasing depth.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick. Bearing 3, 0, 3.
All escorts. Contact Baker has most likely been sunk by a Bloodhound. Good job.
Ready depth charges. Medium pattern.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey made a depth charge attack.
Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 2, 8, 7. Range 800 yards. Bearing steady. Combat sonar. Contact. Able.
now bears 289. Range 500 yards. Bearing steady. Combat sonar. Contact. Able. Now bears 292. Range 200 yards. Bearing steady. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Able. Last bearing 292. Last range 100 yards.
Bloodhound, this is
Fire
Antler.
1.
Antler now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing.
Fire
1,
2.
1, 0. Range 100 yards from
Fire
Bloodhound.
3. Ready depth charges. Medium pattern.
Maple, reporting.
Maple, this is Bloodhound. Engage contact. Dog.
Roger. Maple engaging contact. Dog.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Able. Bearing 1, 1, 2. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc. 0. Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick, bearing. 1, 1, 2.
Combat sonar. Investigating arc. 08.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Able. Last known at bearing 1, 1, 2. Range 700 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Charlie, bearing 0, 0, 6. Range 700 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Charlie, last known at bearing 0, 1, 3. Range 700 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Floating debris. Bearing. 1, 1, 2.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Engage contact. Dog.
Roger. Antler engaging contact. Dog.
Sonar. This is the captain. Perform active search. 3, 2, 6, 2, 0, 5, 6. Active search. 3, 2, 6 through 0, 5, 6. Aye, sir.
All that's
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick, bearing. 0, 5, 2.
good job.
Sonar. This is the captain. Combat sonar. Regain contact. Charlie. Bearing 0, 5, 6. Range 400 yards. Active search. 3, 4, 3 through 0, 7, 3. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey made a depth charge attack on contact. Charlie, unknown results.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie. Now bears 1, 0, 1. Range 200 yards. Weak propeller noise.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 1, 1, 8. Range 7,800 yards.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Charlie.
Fire
Last
1.
bearing 1, 0, 1. Last range.
Fire 2.
200 yards.
Bridge, combat.
New surface contact
Fire
from
3.
radar. Bearing 118. Range 7,800 yards. I designate contact.
Easy. Time. 3, 3.
Lost contact. Dog. Last bearing 1, 3, 9er. Last range 5,600 yards.
Ready depth charges. Medium pattern.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Engage contact. Easy.
Roger. Antler engaging contact. Easy.
Sonar.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick, bearing. 1, 4, 1.
9, 2, 2, 5, 9. Investigating arc. 1, 6, 9 through 2, 5, 9. Aye, sir. Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate arc. 0, 5, 7, 2, 1, 4, 7. Investigating arc. 0, 5, 7 through 1, 4, 7. Aye, sir.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc. 2, 2, 7. Through 3, 1, 7.
Combat sonar. Investigating arc. 2, 2, 7 through.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple regain contact. Dog. Bearing 1, 5, 3. Range 5,100 yards from Bloodhound.
Hard left rudder.
Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc.
1, 7, 1 through 2, 6, 1.
Combat sonar. Investigating arc. 1, 7, 1 through 2, 6, 1. Sonar I.
Hockey reporting.
Hockey, this is Bloodhound. Engage contact. Charlie.
Roger. Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey regained contact. Charlie, bearing 285. Range 1,600 yards from Bloodhound.
Sonar, combat. Investigate.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Charlie, bearing 284. Range 1,500 yards. Combat sonar.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. Dog. Last known at bearing 160. Range 5,300 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie now bears 286. Range 1,200 yards. Estimated depth deep.
Bridge, poor lookout. Oil slick. Bearing 266.
Ready depth charges. Deep pattern.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple made a depth charge attack on contact. Dog. Unknown results.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie now bears 286. Range 900 yards. Bearing steady. Hard left rudder.
Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie now bears 284. Range 500 yards. Contact decreasing depth. Ready depth charges. Medium pattern. Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie now bears 290. Range 200 yards. Contact decreasing depth. Steady as
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey made a depth charge attack on contact. Charlie, unknown results. Hard right rudder. Aye, sir.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Charlie.
Fire 1.
Last bearing. 308. Last
Fire
range,
2.
30 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple
Fire
regained contact.
3.
Dog. Bearing 152. Range 6,700 yards from Bloodhound.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 094. Range 7,000 yards.
Bridge, combat.
New surface contact from radar. Bearing 094. Range 7,000 yards. I designate contact Fox. Time
3-7.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Charlie. Bearing 183. Range 300 yards. Ready depth charges. Medium pattern.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc. 135 through 2.
Combat sonar. Contact. Charlie now bears 230. Range 300 yards. Estimated depth deep.
Lost contact. Easy. Last bearing 144. Last range 6,400 yards.
Combat sonar. Investigating arc. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Charlie. Last bearing 230. Last range 300 yards.
Bridge, poor lookout. Floating debris.
Bearing 182.
Stand by to fire.
Contact. Fox now bears 099. Range 6,300 yards.
Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate arc 0632153. Investigating arc 063 through 153. Aye, sir.
Contact. Fox now bears 100. Range 5,800 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Easy. Bearing 149. Range 6,000 yards from Bloodhound.
Stand by to fire.
Contact. Fox now bears 103. Range 5,300 yards. Contact Fox, now bears 106. Range 4,800 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey regained contact. Charlie, bearing 291. Range 1,900 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Easy. Last known at bearing 157. Range 5,600 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Easy. Bearing 159. Range 5,500 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. Dog, last known at bearing 171. Range 5,700 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Easy. Bearing 160. Range 5,400 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. Charlie, last known bearing 289. Range 2,700 yards from Bloodhound.
Contact Fox, now bears 115. Range 3,900 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge attack on contact. Easy. Unknown results.
Maple, this is Bloodhound. Attack your contact.
Acknowledged.
Contact Fox, now bears 122. Range 3,400 yards.
Stand by to fire.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple made a depth charge attack on contact. Dog, sonar reports sounds of a sinking submarine.
Contact Fox, now bears 125. Range 3,000 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey made a depth charge attack on contact. Charlie, unknown results.
Stand by to fire.
All escorts. Contact Dog has most likely been sunk by Maple. Well done.
Contact Fox, now bears 127. Range 2,600 yards.
Hard left rudder.
Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
Stand by to fire.
Contact Fox, now bears 129. Range 2,200 yards. Contact Fox, now bears 133. Range 1,800 yards.
Amidships. Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
Stand by to fire.
All engines ahead standard.
All engines ahead standard. Aye, sir.
Contact Fox, now bears
Fire.
137. Range 1,400 yards.
Stand by to fire. On target.
As she goes.
Fire.
Aye. Steady on course. 166.
Fire. On target. Fire. On target. Fire.
Contact Fox, now bears 141. Range 1,000.
Combat sonar. New sonar
Fire.
contact. Bearing 139. Range 1,000 yards.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 303. Range 7,300 yards.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 303. Range 7,300 yards. I designate contact George. Time 3:13.
Combat sonar. Torpedo bearing constant. Combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now bears 129. Range 600 yards.
Bridge, port lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 128. Appears to be periscope feather.
Combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now bears 124. Range 400 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 207.
Lost contact. George, last bearing 305. Last range 6,700 yards.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 2 8, 5.
Fire
Combat
1.
sonar. Contact. Fox.
Now bears 1. Fire 2. 0. Range 100 Fire yards. 3. Estimated depth shallow. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Fox. Last bearing 1, 2, 0. Last range 100 yards.
Maple, this is Bloodhound. Proceed to engage.
African treasure is sinking.
Roger. Maple engaging.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern. Sonar, this is the captain. Perform active search. 2, 5, 0, 2, 3, 4, 0. Active search. 2, 5, 0.
Through. 3.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Easy. Last known at bearing 205. Range 2,200 yards from Bloodhound.
We've lost African treasure. All ships. Maneuver to avoid.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey regained contact. Charlie, bearing 303. Range 6,900 yards from Bloodhound.
Maple, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to pick up survivors from African Treasure, bearing 206, range 1,700 yards from Guide.
Roger. Maple searching. African treasure. Position for survivors bearing 206. Range 1,700 yards from Guide.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. Charlie, last known bearing 304. Range 6,600 yards from Bloodhound.
Sonar, this is the captain. Combat sonar. Regain contact. Easy. Bearing 192. Range 2,000 yards. Investigating arc 142 through 232. Aye, sir.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge attack on contact. Easy. Oil slick sighted.
Hockey, this is Bloodhound. Engage contact. George.
Roger.
Hockey and combat sonar. Contact. Easy. Now bears 191. Range 1,800 yards. Strong propeller noise.
Maple, reporting.
Maple, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to pick up survivors from
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 335. Range 8,000 yards.
Combat sonar. Contact. Easy. Now bears
192. Range 1,500 yards. Strong propeller noise.
Bridge combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 335. Range 8,000 yards. I designate contact. How? Time 3:17.
combat sonar. Lost contact. Easy. Last bearing 192. Last range 1,400 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. Easy. Bearing 193. Range 1,300 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Fox. Bearing 345. Range 600 yards.
Roger. Maple searching. African treasure. Position for survivors bearing 214. Range 1,400 yards from Guide. Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple regain contact. Easy. Bearing 185. Range 1,100 yards from Bloodhound.
Surface radar has regained contact. George, bearing 313. Range 7,000 yards.
Combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now bears 014. Range 600 yards. Contact decreasing depth. Rudder amidships.
Rudder amidships. Aye, sir.
Hard left rudder.
Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
Steady as she goes.
Aye.
Combat sonar.
Contact.
Fox. Now bears 022. Range
300 yards. Contact decreasing depth.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge attack on contact. Easy. Debris sighted.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Object 1/3 to the horizon. Bearing 043. Appears to be periscope feather. Bridge, starboard lookout. Merchant ship CBDR. Bearing 243.
Fire 1.
Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Fire 2. Combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now fires 3. 0, 9, 7. Range 30 yards. Bearings drifting right. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Fox. Last bearing 0, 9, 7. Last range 30 yards.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick bearing 1, 9, 5.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Lost contact. How? Last bearing 332. Last range 5,300 yards.
Hockey reporting.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Fox. Bearing 3, 1, 6. Range 300 yards. Steady as she goes.
Aye. Steady on course 3, 1, 1.
Combat sonar.
Contact. Fox. Now bears
0, 5, 5. Range 100 yards. Wake on right cut. Combat sonar. Lost contact. Fox. Last bearing.
0, 5, 5. Last range 100 yards. Fire 1.
Bridge, port lookout. Merchant ship. CBDR.
Fire 2.
3, 3, 7.
Fire
Range closing
3.
quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Maple picking up survivors from African Treasure.
Steady as she goes.
Aye. Steady on course 0, 3, 9.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge attack on contact. Easy. Unknown results.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Maple finished picking up survivors from African Treasure.
Maple, this is Bloodhound. You're clear to engage.
Roger. Maple engaging. Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. Easy. Last known at bearing 180. Range 2,300 yards from Bloodhound.
Antler, reporting.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Engage contact. Easy.
Roger. Antler engaging contact. Easy.
Hockey, this is Bloodhound. Proceed to engage.
Roger. Hockey engaging.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple regain contact. Box, bearing 209. Range 1,300 yards from Bloodhound.
Surface radar has a new contact. Bearing 318. Range 7,700 yards. Lost contact. George. Last bearing 294. Last range 3,400 yards.
Bridge.
Combat. New surface contact from radar. Bearing 318. Range 7,700 yards. I designate contact. Item.
Time 3:23.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. Easy. Bearing 188. Range 3,200 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. Easy. Last known at bearing 187. Range 3,300 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, port lookout. Merchant ship. CBDR. Bearing 2, 4, 1. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR. Bridge, port lookout. Merchant ship. CBDR. Bearing 2, 1, 1. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to new station.
Roger. Antler maneuvering to new station.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Attack contact. Item.
Roger. Antler attacking contact. Item.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Attack your contact.
Acknowledged.
Maple.
Combat sonar. New sonar contact. Bearing 316. Range 3,600 yards.
Surface radar has regained contact. George, bearing 265. Range 3,000 yards.
Roger. Maple maneuvering to station bearing 049. Range 800 yards from guide.
Maple, this is Bloodhound. Proceed.
Combat sonar. Contact. How now bears 315. Range 3,200 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. How now bears 315. Range 3,100 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. How now bears 315. Range 3,000 yards. Bearing steady.
Roger. Maple engaging contact. Box.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler made a depth charge attack on contact. Easy. Sonar reports sound of a sinking...
Combat sonar. Contact. How now bears 315. Range 2,600 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. How now bears 315. Range 2,500 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. How now bears 315. Range 2,400 yards. Bearing steady.
Western Hemisphere is sinking.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. How? Last bearing. 315. Last range. 2,000 yards.
All escorts. Contact Easy has most likely been sunk by Antler. Congratulations to your crew. Hockey, this is Bloodhound. Proceed to engage contact. How?
Roger. Hockey engaging contact. How?
Antler.
Surface radar has regained contact. How, bearing 315. Range 1,700 yards.
We've lost Western Hemisphere. All ships. Maneuver to avoid.
Roger. Antler engaging.
Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate ARC 2642354. Investigating ARC 2.
Fire.
6.
Bridge, port lookout, merchant ship, CBDR, bearing 257. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Fire. On target.
Lost contact. George, last bearing
Fire.
229er. Last range 1,800 yards.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 315.
Surface radar has regained contact. George, bearing
Fire.
185. Range 2,200 yards. Lost contact. Item, last bearing 313. Last range 2,000 yards.
Stand Bloodhound. This is Maple. Maple regain contact. Box. Bearing 159. Range 5,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. How? Bearing 321.
Range 400 yards.
Bridge, port lookout. Object 1/3 to the horizon. Bearing 317. Appears to be periscope feather. Bridge, port lookout. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 159.
Combat sonar. Contact.
Fire 1.
How? Now bears
25. Fire 2. Range 100 yards. Wake on Fire 3. Combat sonar. Lost contact. How? Last bearing 214. Last range
100 yards.
Bridge, port lookout. Warship, CBDR. Bearing 242. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Lost contact. George, last bearing 168. Last range 2,600 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey now has sonar contact. How? Bearing 163. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
Sonar. This is the captain. Perform active search. 1.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey now has sonar contact. How? Bearing 179. Range 700 yards from Bloodhound.
Active search. 1 5
4 through 2 4 4. Aye, sir. Sonar. This is the captain. Perform active search. 1 3 4 2 2 2.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey now has sonar contact. How? Bearing 198. Range 700 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Investigating ARC. 179.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 253.
Steady as she goes. Aye.
Steady on course 204. Hard right rudder.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey now has sonar contact. How? Bearing 202. Range 400 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. George, bearing 167. Range 2,900 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 238.
Steady as she goes.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey now has sonar contact. How? Bearing 140. Range 200 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, port lookout. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 101.
Sonar, this is the captain. Perform active search. 0972187. Active search. 097 through 1.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey now has sonar contact. How? Bearing 058. Range 200 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. George, bearing 158. Range 2,300 yards. Combat sonar. Lost contact. George, last bearing 158. Last range 2,100 yards.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Warship, CBDR. Bearing 357. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. George, bearing 165. Range 2,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Warship, CBDR. Bearing 349. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. George, bearing 173. Range 2,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Surface radar has regained contact. Item, bearing 287. Range 1,600 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. Box, last known at bearing 160. Range 5,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, port lookout. Merchant ship, CBDR. Bearing
Fire.
174. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Sonar, this is the captain. Perform active search.
Fire.
0102.
On target.
100. Active search.
Fire.
010 through 100. Aye, sir.
Maple, this is Bloodhound. Proceed to
Fire.
engage contact. George.
Roger. Maple engaging contact.
Fire.
George.
Contact.
On target.
Item now bears
Fire.
297. Range 1,400 yards.
Fire.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Object 1/3 to the horizon. Bearing
Fire.
313. Appears to be. Periscope feather. Bridge, starboard
Fire.
lookout. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 284.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler lost contact. George, last known at bearing 168. Range 1,500 yards from Bloodhound.
Surface radar has regained contact. George, bearing 168. Range 1,500 yards.
On target.
Lost contact. Item, last bearing 303. Last range 1,000 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler regained contact. George, bearing 165. Range 1,400 yards from Bloodhound.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 263.
Combat sonar. New sonar contact. Bearing 315.
Range 1,000 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Antler. Antler now has sonar contact. George, bearing 151. Range 1,300 yards from Bloodhound.
Target bearing 304. Range.
Combat sonar. Contact. Item now bears 352. Range 800 yards. Very strong propeller noise.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc 232 through 322.
Combat sonar. Investigating arc 232 through 322. Sonar eye.
Stand by to fire.
Rudder amidships. Rudder amidships. Combat sonar. Contact. Item now bears 350. Range 500 yards. Wake on right cut. Rudder amidships. Rudder amidships. Aye, sir. Combat sonar. Contact. Item now bears 344. Range 200 yards. Bearing steady.
Antler picking up survivors from Western Hemisphere.
Steady as she goes.
Aye. Steady on course. 342.
Fire 1. Ready depth charges.
Combat sonar. Lost
Fire
contact. Item. Last bearing.
3, 4. Fire 3. Last range 200 yards.
Bridge, port lookout, floating debris, bearing 1. Bridge, port lookout, oil slick, bearing 1, 3, 8.
Sonar. This is the captain. Investigate arc. 1, 2, 5. 2, 2, 1, 5. Investigating arc. 1, 2, 5 through. Surface radar has regained contact. George, bearing 1, forward 1. Range 2,600 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. George, last known at bearing 140. Range 2,600 yards from Bloodhound.
Antler finished picking up survivors from Western
Fire.
Hemisphere.
Stand by to fire.
Contact. George now bears
Fire.
138. Range 2,600 yards.
Fire. Target bearing 131. Range.
Surface radar has regained contact. Fox, bearing 144. Range 6,300 yards.
On target.
Contact. George now bears 130. Range 2,600 yards.
All escorts. Contact item has most likely been sunk by a
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. How? Last known bearing. 131. Range 1,200 yards from Bloodhound.
Well done. Maple, this is Bloodhound. Maneuver to station. Bearing 039. Range 2,800 yards from guide.
Roger. Maple maneuvering to station bearing 0.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. How? Bearing 134. Range 1,000 yards. Lost contact. George, last bearing 125. Last range 2,300 yards.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Engage contact. George.
Roger. Antler engaging contact.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple regain contact. George, bearing 120. Range 2,100 yards from Bloodhound.
Antler, this is Bloodhound. Attack your contact.
Acknowledged.
Contact. George now bears 125. Range 2,500 yards.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc.
0, 8, 9 through.
Combat sonar. Contact. How now bears 150. Range 400 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. How now bears 153. Range 300 yards. Combat sonar.
Contact. How now bears
158.
5-8. Range
200 yards. Bearings drifting right.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Warship, CBDR. Bearing.
Fire 1.
7. Range closing quickly. I say again.
Fire 2.
CBDR.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Fire 3. Last bearing. 158. Last range 200 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey now has sonar contact. How? Bearing 328. Range 100 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Investigating arc 089 through 179. Sonar eye.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey made a depth charge attack on contact. How? Unknown result. Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey now has sonar contact. How? Bearing 337. Range 500 yards from Bloodhound.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Stand by to fire. Target bearing 122. Range 4,300 yards.
Contact. Fox now bears 122. Range 4,300
Fire.
yards.
Stand by to fire. Fire. Fire bearing 116. Range 4,200 yards. Fire.
Contact. Fox now bears 1
Bridge, port lookout, warship, CBDR, bearing 0, 8, 3. Range closing quickly. I say again, CBDR.
Hard left rudder.
Hard left rudder. Aye, sir.
contact. Fox now bears 109er. Range 3,800 yards.
Steady as she goes. Aye.
Stand by to
Steady
fire.
on course. 1, 2, 6.
Fire.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Fox. Bearing 106. Range 3,600 yards.
Combat sonar. Lost contact. Fox. Last bearing. 106. Last range. 3,200 yards. Combat sonar. Regain contact. Fox. Bearing. 105. Range. 3,400 yards. Sonar. This is the captain. Perform active search. 08021770. At combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now bears 105. Range 3,100 yards. Contact increasing depth. Ready depth charges. Medium pattern.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. George. Last known at bearing 011. Range 1,600 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now bears 106. Range 2,800 yards. Bearing steady.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. How? Last known bearing. 314. Range 2,500 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey regained contact. How? Bearing 313. Range 2,600 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. How? Last known bearing 312. Range 2,600 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple made a depth charge attack on contact. George.
Combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now bears 111. Range 2,200 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now bears 111. Range 2,100 yards. Bearing steady.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey regained contact. How? Bearing 307. Range 3,100 yards from Bloodhound. Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey made a depth charge attack on contact. How? Unknown results.
Combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now bears 114. Range 1,700 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now bears 114. Range 1,700 yards. Bearing steady. Combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now bears 115. Range 1,400 yards. Contact decreasing depth. Combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now bears 116. Range 1,100 yards. Estimated depth shallow. Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern. Combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now bears 116. Range 800 yards. Combat sonar. Contact.
Fox. Now bears 116. Range 700 yards. Combat sonar. Contact. Fox.
Now bears 115. Range 600 yards.
Bridge, port lookout. Object 1/2 to the horizon. Bearing 114. Appears to be periscope feather.
Combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now bears 114. Range 600 yards. Bearing steady.
Bloodhound, This is Antler. Antler made a depth charge attack on contact. How? Unknown.
Combat sonar. Contact. Fox. Now bears 108. Range 300 yards. Contact increasing depth.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple regain contact. George, bearing 311. Range 4,000 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat
Fire 1.
sonar. Lost contact. Fox. Last bearing.
Fire
108. Last range.
Fire
200
3.
yards.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple lost contact. George, last known at bearing 309. Range 4,500 yards from Bloodhound.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey lost contact. How? Last known bearing. 302. Range 5,800 yards from Bloodhound.
Combat sonar. Regain contact. Fox. Bearing 300. Range 200 yards.
Bridge, starboard lookout. Oil slick, bearing 302.
Combat sonar. Lost contact.
Fox. Last bearing. 300.
0. Last range 200 yards.
Bloodhound, this is Hockey. Hockey regained contact. How? Bearing 305. Range 6,000 yards from Bloodhound.
Ready depth charges. Shallow pattern.
Sonar, combat. Investigate arc. 242.
Through 332.
Combat sonar. Investigating arc. 242. Through 332. Sonar eye.
Bloodhound, this is Maple. Maple made a depth charge attack on contact. George, unknown results.
All escorts. Contact Fox has most likely been sunk by Bloodhound. Well done.
Well, okay, 7 kills. Pretty sure that's one of the highest, if not the highest, kill records in a single battle I think I've had so far. I could be wrong, but 7 kills for 2 losses. We did manage to get the survivors off 1. Not sure. I can't recall if we got the ones off the second merchant ship that got destroyed, but I'm quite happy. So this was the 4th battle in the 6th mission. At least it didn't come submerged like in the really hard scenarios, so that was great. And all the escorts, they got plenty of kills as well, so that was really good. I quite like that. So hopefully this is the last battle in this mission. We shall see if we get to see the Commodore next.
I am very pleased with.
Good morning, Captain.
And so yeah, we got to see the Commodore. So it was another 4 battle mission, and it gave us a major victory. We had 17 confirmed kills for only 6 merchant ship losses. Much better than the previous mission, that's for sure. So yeah, we are now 2/3 of the way through the campaign. I will see y'all in the next one.